Welcome back to another episode of Spicy Tales Podcast with Kim and Stacy.
Hello.
How's everyone doing? How y'all doing? Are y'all keeping up with your freaking resolutions? I sure as hell am not.
Probably not.
I'm
Probably
not.
went to the gym one time this month.
I haven't even gone yet.
I haven't gone yet either.
I plan on it though. I haven't gone yet, but I will.
Oh, and also you're going to Cuba.
By the time this episode's out, I think I will be in Cuba.
No, you won't be, because this episode will be out next week. Yeah, because the episode we just recorded will be out today. And
Oh
then,
shit.
yeah.
Okay. So
But yeah, you'll be in
I'll be
Cuba
in
shortly,
Cuba
in less than a week.
Yeah, in like a week after. Well, when this episode is released, so I'm excited. Haven't been to Cuba since I was 18.
Haven't been to Cuba since I was 18.
Yeah.
Cayo Coco. What is it called? S-Trip?
S-Trip, yeah.
Yeah.
We went with our graduating classes. Shout out to Holy Trinity graduating class 2008.
Graduating class of 2010.
First of all, our trip to Cuba was lit as hell. Like, I think there was like our entire graduating class basically went.
You're so lucky because
was-
only two of us went in our graduating
not
class.
us. Us, it was like literally. I think we were like 50 people that
That's
went.
insane.
It was sick. We had a great time. I'm excited to go. I already know the food's not gonna be great, but whatever. I just
Maybe it's gotten better.
Well, I
Because
know
now
that
they actually have a relationship with the States.
Yeah, but I heard that they get a lot of stuff from Russia, and Russia's in war right now. So,
Gross.
right?
Boo.
I know, but whatever. It's a drinking trip. It's not for food.
Everyone knows that.
Oh,
that
actually, you know what Mom told me before today? She's like, put a little bit. She's like, I'll put a little ipis in your carry-on or in your
Hilarious.
luggage.
Oh, well,
so
bring
that you can-
ketchup too, because they only have cats up there.
Oh no. Okay, I'm gonna get
Yeah.
some packages of ketchup. But yeah,
Everyone knows Cuba is, you're there for
the
the weather, the
beaches.
beaches,
the drinking.
obviously the drinking.
And that's about it.
Yeah, that's about it. Because it's nice and cheap. The price,
Yeah,
it's the cheapest
cheap.
one of all the places. Every time I go on Sunwing, $600, $700, $900, $800.
And that's why we're going. But I'm
Exactly.
excited. I'm going with one of my bestest friends and her boyfriend and another really good friend of mine. So
Another girl.
yeah.
So 3 girls, 1 guy.
Yeah, he's the only adult going on the trip, so
Adults going on the
he's
trip.
the only adult.
What are you talking about?
I
You're
mean-
19 years old.
No, what I mean is the three of us together drinking, like we're not adults when we're like the three of us
Poor
together
guy.
drinking. He's the only adult. He'll be the one.
Well,
taking
at
care
least
of
he has
us.
his girlfriend there to sleep with. So
Oh yeah. She'll be taking care of that. He'll be fine. I already know she's gonna.
maybe
see
you'll
this
meet
and
a
be like,
little
I'm good.
Latino.
I'm good. Stop. I'm good. Anyways, back to not that because this bitch is wilding out. So you wanted to talk about something specific, and I'd like
I want
for you
to talk about Vanderpump. So there's a show called Vanderpump Rules. I watch
most
it.
Of you know about.
Yes, it's a reality TV show about Lisa Vanderpump, who is an ex Real Housewives of
Beverly Hills.
Beverly Hills cast member. So she has several bars, several restaurants. So it's about her staff in a particular restaurant, but she's
Sure.
opened a few. But yeah, Sir Restaurant in Hollywood. And last year, I assume around kind of this time, because the newest season is about to be released,
Mhm.
there was a huge scandal about scandal
Yep, that's what it was.
about a mistress, whole situation going down. I had never watched the show, and I am very good at not remembering things. So basically the whole scandal was happening online. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to watch the show because everyone's like, you need to watch the show. You need to watch the show. First, I wasn't watching the show because my sister was watching the show and I use her HeyYou account. Shout out to HeyYou for not stopping the password sharing
Thanks,
for now.
HeyYou.
And, but then my sister took a break. She's still on her break. Hopefully she gets off that break soon.
I will, because after talking to you about it,
Oh
now you
my
make me want to
God.
start again. But
So then I decided to binge all 10 seasons with my goal to get to the reunion of the 10th season. Like, that was my goal. So I was binging hard.
she was.
I was binging very, very hard. And it's crazy because literally the first season, the most diabolical thing happens where there's a set of best friend relationships.
A trio.
And, well, it's a quad because there's 2 best friends. There's
Oh yeah, no, it's a trio.
Jax and Stassi.
I'm talking about the trio of girl best friends.
Yeah, but I'm talking about the people that actually were involved. There's Jax and Stassi, and then there's Kristen and Tom Sandoval. And, you know, they've been best friends forever. And then there's a random rumor that one of the boyfriends in the quad had sex with the girlfriend of the other relationship. And they're all 4 best friends. There's actually a group. They're like a group of 10 best friends. And so to me, I'm like, that's pretty crazy. But at the same time, I went to a white high school. Like, I know this story too well.
Same. And you know what? I can honestly, I actually remember shit like
shit like this happens, especially when you have a big group that like everyone's dated everyone. Like shit like this actually happens. It's so sad, so scary, but it happens.
And it's disgusting.
And like, anyways, so basically throughout the whole seasons, there's rumors. The best friend confronts her girl best friend. She's just like, I would never do that. Like, I wouldn't touch him with a 10-foot pole. And to the point where the rumors get so crazy that the friend is like, okay, the girlfriend is like, you know what? I'm gonna go to my girlfriend's my girlfriend's house, and I'm gonna text my boyfriend from my girlfriend's phone to see if like they have a secret. So she takes her best friend's phone and she's just like, hey, like pretending to be her, like, remember that time we slept together or whatever? The boyfriend denies everything. The girlfriend's like relieved. The best friend's like, I told you. The other boyfriend's like, thank God my girlfriend isn't a freaking whore. And so they go on with their lives. And then one day, this guy who's kind of a douchebag is like, no, I'm telling you, this actually happened. And so she goes.
Wait, who was it again?
I forgot what his name is, but
the guy that she was seeing?
Yeah, she's seeing him after that. He was like a frat guy. Gross.
I forget his.
I forget what his name is too. So then one day, like, and the guy, one of the boyfriends is like, he's such an asshole, such a jerk. He's also a compulsive liar, a compulsive cheater. So it's really not that shocking. And so she was just like, the girlfriend's just like, please, like, can you just tell me, like, please?
They're not even together anymore. Oh yeah, so she broke.
That's right. That's right. Because when that guy told her, she's just like, you know what? I'm done with him. Like, I believe it. I have no proof, but I believe that he did it. So I'm gonna break up with him. No, but
she broke up with him because of the Vegas thing.
Oh, because he cheated on her another time
in Vegas, Jesus. And apparently he got a girl pregnant.
Oh yes, that's right. There was a Vegas girl, and like this is an ongoing thing too. Like these guys, it's almost like LA to Vegas is like a Toronto to Ottawa type of situation.
Yeah.
So they would always go to Vegas, obviously turn up with the boys, and then like the boys would have a pact that nothing gets out, but one of the guys would always slip up and say something to someone. Like, people can't keep their mouths fucking shut. And that is why girls are better liars than guys are, because girls know the consequences
of opening your mouth.
And telling literally anyone. Like, there are some secrets you have to die with. A true secret.
I have secrets that not even my sister knows.
Between yourself and God.
Literally. Okay? Only God knows. And we ain't talking.
He's very disappointed.
And we're not talking about it until I'm at the pearly gates and he's like, are you ready to talk about it? And I'm like, I'm actually not. Like, just, I don't even want to talk about it. Let me, am I in or not? Like, what, are you stamping my head to get back in or not? Because, like, let me know. Like, so that's what it is.
That's where these guys be fucking up because, like, they're idiots. It's a drunken night. They're all together. They're, like, boasting about it to someone else. They're on a freaking reality TV show. Everyone's thirsty to get on the show. So, basically, the girlfriend who broke up with her boyfriend because she's like, I know that you're skeezy. Please just tell me you did it. And he's just like, I did it. And she starts crying. She's really sad about it, whatever. And she's like, and this girl is she's sweet, but she's evil too. Yeah, so she's like, you know what? I'm gonna come up with a plan because I know that my best friend will never admit. And when you do something shiesty like that, you kind of have to never admit that you slept with your best friend's boyfriend. That's actually so fucked up. Like,
and not only that, but you sat with her while she cried when he cheated on her. You sat with her and convinced her to get back together with him. Like, you are a monster.
You're a monster.
Like, you're a monster, bro. You're a monster.
You're a monster.
Like,
so she's just like, okay, we're gonna have a party. I'm gonna invite everyone to this party. Everyone is in on it, but my best friend. And you're going to come, even though you've kind of been excommunicated, but I'm going to allow you to be around my friends so that you can go to her face and tell her that it did happen. He's like, okay, fine. If that's the way I can get you back, I'll do it.
She was like, we ain't never.
We ain't never getting back together.
And she's like, yes, we'll get back together.
700 times
like,
full.
Come
Shame on me. So then they have this little party. She goes up to her best friend. She's just like, hey, so like, how are you? Pretending like nothing happened. And then finally she's like, did you have sex with my boyfriend? And she's like, no. And then the ex-boyfriend comes and he's like, yes, you did. Well, yes, we did. We had sex twice. Once at your place with your boyfriend sleeping on the couch.
No.
Or sleeping on the bed.
In the bed while they were fucking on the couch. I was like,
and then another time somewhere else. And she's like, no. So then the best friend couldn't stand the fact that she was lying to her face. So she backhands her, which I don't condone, like Lisa said, but I completely understand.
Oh my God, I would have done the same. Like, are you kidding me?
Oh my God. And when I tell you this girl's face, like, it's a slap-worthy face. Like, I understand why she did it. So basically, the best girlfriend also gets excommunicated, and the only person that believes the best girlfriend is her boyfriend. And then everyone's going up to the boyfriend being like, we all know it happened. Like, you need to come to terms. Like, I know this is going to turn your life upside down, but like...
Because they had been together for like 8 years at this point. Like,
and she had kept saying like, it never happened. And then...
You know what? Hold on. Sorry. You know what? When I saw that scene, I was like, it's making sense why she kept accusing him of cheating on her, even when there was never any proof that he cheated on her, and it was because she had a guilty conscience. Like,
exactly.
I was like,
when someone's constantly insecure about something, it's one of two things: either it's happened to them a lot in the past, or you're the cheater.
Yeah.
And so you're projecting onto someone else.
100%.
And it was crazy because even throughout the season, she didn't want to like sleep with her boyfriend. It came to a point where she didn't want to sleep with her boyfriend because she was sleeping with someone else. That's why. Yeah. And so finally, he's like, he even had seen text messages from her phone admitting that she had done it. And he was just like, no, like, you could fake, like, come up with, you can buy like an app that fakes a number, like just mental gymnastics so that he's in denial that his girlfriend had cheated on him with his best friend. Finally, it was the season finale.
Yep.
And the worst thing is, what I'm talking about has nothing to do with what I actually want to talk about. Because this is season 1 and I'm really talking about season 10. But so...
Was this in season 1? I think it was like season 2.
It was season 2.
Or 3.
So then they go to this party at the very end, and she pulls up with the excommunicated girlfriend, best friend, comes with her boyfriend.
Who's still ride or die.
Still ride or die. So I'm just like, ew, gross. He's disgusting.
Facts.
So they walk in, whatever. They go to talk in the back. This is like classic. They have like a little back area where all his shit pops off. And before she talked to her ex-best friend at this point, the manager was like,
you can't hit her.
You can't hit her, and you actually should apologize for backhanding her. And she's like, are you serious? She's like, yes. Like, I'm sorry, I get it, but like, you should never be physically violent with someone. And she's like, okay, fine, whatever.
Facts, but
so she goes, her ex-best friend is like, hey, like, can I talk to you? And she's like, sure. And she's thinking, I'm going to apologize for hitting her, whatever. So she sits down with her, and her boyfriend is beside her. And then she's just like, her excommunicated best friend starts breaking down out of nowhere. And she's just like, looking at her like, why are you breaking down? And she's like, I did it. And her boyfriend's beside her, and he had found out earlier that day she had confessed.
Right before they came to the party.
Like, walked up together united. So she confessed. And so obviously the best friend was all sad.
She confessed, and then she still lied because she was like, it only happened
one time.
And he was like, it happened twice. And she was like, okay, fine, twice. I was like, girl, if you're gonna tell the truth, tell the whole truth. What are you doing?
Like, that's the type of show we're watching here. Like, the drama is at 10. It's an excellent show for reality TV. If a woman... I feel like women and gay men would love to watch this show.
That boyfriend.
So that boyfriend that like was gonna die on the hill that his girlfriend did not cheat on him, which, you know what's hilarious? He actually did cheat on her. That girl that he was dying on the hill that his girlfriend did not cheat on him. He actually cheated on that girl.
He did.
A few times. Yeah, actually. Did. Like, he's low-key a serial cheater.
They all are.
So he is in a new relationship, but it's not a new relationship because right after he got out of the relationship with that girl that confessed that she slept with his best friend, he started dating Ariana, who they had a 9-year relationship. And you know, when you do shit in your early 20s, it can be forgotten. It can be erased.
It could be
like
forgiven.
It never happened.
Like it never happened.
But this guy was in a 9-year relationship with Ariana, who's a sweetheart, and he bought a house with her. Like, he was even honestly willing to stay with her even though she didn't want to have kids and he wanted to have kids. But Ariana actually froze her eggs and like they were in the works of fertilizing the egg too.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Crazy.
That's some Tristan Thompson shit.
It really is. And then so on the side, there's this one couple who had been dating for 5 years. They got engaged. They didn't work out.
The best guy on the show,
James Kennedy. He's a DJ. He's hilarious. He's British. He's literally like a combination of like a sassy woman and like I don't even know how I would describe him as a man because he's very toxic, controlling. He will kill you with his words.
Oh my God.
He will literally put your self-esteem to the ground.
100%.
You do not want to get into an argument with him. He's an alcoholic while recovering.
He's like a pretty boy frat boy.
Yeah, pretty boy frat boy.
Yeah.
And he gets into a 5-year relationship with this girl that seems like she can't form any thoughts for herself. She's kind of like a follower. She does whatever he wants. She is constantly being scrutinized for being with him because he's kind of like a terrorist and with his actions and his words. And like she is associated with him. So people literally don't like her because she's with him.
Yeah.
But she's a really sweet girl. So this season, they're not together because she ended up like sticking up for herself and being like, I can't be with you anymore. I'm sorry. Like, it's just not going to work out. And people were shocked that she like stood up for herself. So then now she's getting integrated into the group. Everyone likes her. Like, when I tell you this girl's come up is crazy. Like, she is literally the star of this season. And now I know why. So all of a sudden there's like these random rumors that this guy, Tom, with Ariana, that he's been in a relationship for 9 years, has been like hanging out with this girl Raquel, who's newly single. And I'm just like, no, like even while I'm watching the show, I'm like, no, like that there's always rumors on the show, like people like to talk shit, whatever. They're in the bar.
Every time there's a rumor on the show, it's true.
For the most part. And the worst thing is Ariana, the girlfriend of 9 years, she like doesn't even think twice of it. Like, she's so confident in her boyfriend that anytime these rumors happen, she doesn't even question them. She's pretty much best friends with this girl that the rumor is about, which is really sad. And like anytime there's an altercation, she has this girl's back 100%. And then the last episode of the season, it comes out that man had been sleeping literally throughout the whole entire season. He was sleeping with this single girl, this sweet little Raquel. And the worst part is Ariana, she has a really rough year that year. Like, her dog dies, her grandma dies. And like throughout this whole time, there's little clues of this mistress love affair. Like, they're kind of throwing it in people's faces, but people don't know. Like, for Halloween, he dresses up as the mistress for Halloween. The mistress, she gets like this necklace of a lightning bolt, which is something that he wears all the time. And during the last episode, or the last episode of the season, the mistress literally goes to the girlfriend and she's just like, oh, like, I hear you guys are kind of having issues. Like, what's going on? And she's like, oh yeah, like, we're kind of like not as intimate anymore. And she's just like, oh, like, why? Like, do you not want to be with him? Like, if I had a boyfriend, like, I would want to be intimate with him. And she's just like, no, like, she's like, do you find your boyfriend hot? And she's like, no, I think he's so attractive. Like, I'm so into him. And it's like, you know, personally, I have been in a relationship with someone that I shouldn't have been in a relationship with.
We all have.
And what happens to you is so twisted because you want the relationship to end so bad because you're the side girl that, like, it's almost like it's either you want to be the girl, like you want to take their spot. Like you want to take their spot. Like it was so demented the way she got so close to that girl and is asking her about her relationship.
Meanwhile, you're
trying
fucking
to
her
act
man.
like she's caring. Like if I'm seeing someone that I shouldn't be seeing, I am definitely not going to be best friends with the girl that has no idea. Like that's such a vulnerable position to be in, that you don't know that a snake is literally right in your face. Like it'd be the people closest to you that could do such diabolical
Bro,
things.
there is something like
It's
there has to be
creepy.
something wrong with someone.
She's insane.
Like someone who can befriend you and like literally be your friend, literally like
laugh in your face,
laugh
cry,
in your face, celebrate your happy moments,
cry when your dog
when
passed
you're
away,
sad, all this shit, and then fuck your man. Like, girl,
the
like,
whole
what
time
are you
fucking your
going
man
through?
the
Like,
whole time in love with your man. They're in love with each other. The mistress and the man are in love with each other. In the reunion, they admit that they are in love with each other. So not only did you break my heart, but you're actually pretty much gonna be in a relationship with this person
now you're flaunting this shit in my face.
And it's like, I know Ariana in the reunion, she was like trying to stand strong, but she was hurting so bad.
I believe that.
She was hurting so bad to know that not only did my man of 9 years disrespect me like this, because obviously the loyalty is to the man, like the man, like you're gonna be more mad at the man than the friend. Like it was a new friend that she had. But like on top of that, you're gonna continue. Like you're not remorseful. He's not really remorseful. He's more like he ended up getting caught because he was performing on stage and his phone fell out of his pocket and unlocked his phone onto the camera settings. So she scrolled onto. She's like. She never questioned anything, but one of like the managers passed her, like gave the girlfriend the phone because like that's his girlfriend, and they wanted the phone to go to someone that he knows. And so she's like, something told me, and I guess this is a woman's intuition, even though she literally ignored all of the fucking red flags, but she went and scrolled and she found a video of them on the phone. And one of the best friends knew, like the guy's best friend knew. Obviously, there's always an accomplice.
The other Tom?
The other Tom.
Of course, the other Tom knew.
And, it sucks because, like, people are also looking at him, like, sideways. What the hell? Why didn't you tell? And he was just like, I told my friend to tell his girlfriend so many times, and he just wouldn't do it. He wouldn't do it. And like, I could understand, obviously, telling someone that you're cheating on them, especially continuous, is like really bad. Like, I have an ex that doesn't know that I even cheated on him. It was a makeout, but he still doesn't know. So like, I understand how hard it could be to like be accountable for your actions.
I feel like, but it's also like, it's a shitty position to put your friends in because it's like, especially for the other Tom, because the other Tom is friends with both of them.
Exactly.
So it's like, it's a shitty
Ariana was a best man at his wedding.
No, I know. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's a shitty position to be put in because you're just like, bro, like, what am I supposed to?
I'm not going to cross the line and tell her myself.
Yeah, like, I can't tell her. I'm trying to persuade you to tell her. And it's like, now everyone's looking at me sideways, but it's like, I have to be... I'm still friends with this person. Like, it doesn't... Yeah. Like, it's just a shitty position.
And also, like,
in.
you're best friends, so it's like, you put your friend in like, please don't tell her also. And then it's like, okay, obviously I have my loyalty to you, so I'm not going to tell her. But like, my guilty conscience is telling me you should probably tell her. And, I get being a best friend and you can't say nothing, but you're...
Bro, I have been put in this position before. And let me tell you, it is trash.
Yeah.
Like, it is trash. Because when things come to light, you know who got cussed out?
Of course.
This bitch right here.
They knew that you knew.
Because you're a snake. And it's like, bro, like, what did you expect me to do? What did you want me to do?
Like, where obviously my loyalty lies with my friend, even though
the thing
we're
is that
all friends.
It wasn't even like that. It's just, this is not my fight. Like, I'm just I'm just here. Like,
I'm an innocent bystander that became an accomplice for no reason.
I was minding my business.
That's why people need to keep their secrets to themselves. Like, people want to offload their guilt to someone else, but it's like, it's not fair.
It's not, because now you're putting other people in an impossible position. Listen.
And even the second Tom, he slips up throughout the season saying certain things. And it's like he can't help himself because he knows about the secret.
That's sad, man. Honestly, let me say this. I will say this. If you are a woman or a guy who's out here in a fucking relationship with your friend's spouse, you need to rethink everything about yourself. You need to go back and reevaluate your core values. You need to talk to your parents because something is clearly wrong with you. Like, I would say maybe you weren't loved, but like, I don't think that's what it is. So it's like, you need to do some self-work because shit ain't right.
It's scary.
It is scary.
Because then that girl, first of all, that girl, no one wants her
Anything to do
around
with you after
their
that.
man. You can't be trusted clearly around my man.
Bro, I feel that's the thing. Like, I feel like if I knew someone who was sleeping with a friend of ours' like spouse, like, I can't even look at you. Like, I can never unsee it.
You don't have a moral compass.
I will never be able, like, I wouldn't trust you alone in the room with my man. Like, even if I was going to the bathroom. Like, what, if my man's too nice to you, you might suck his dick? Like, I can't risk that. And I know that people are like, oh, like, you gotta, like, it's your man, it's your man. Nah, man, sometimes it's these hoes. Like, the snakes in the grass, I don't care. Like, I get it. Like, yes, everybody's responsible for their own action. But as my friend, like, that's fucked up that you would do that to me.
You know what my boyfriend said? He's like, honestly, like, sometimes you'd always be like, oh, like, you met all my friends. Why can't I meet your friend? He's just like, but sometimes, like, a man doesn't really want you to meet all of their guy friends because, like, some of their guy friends
will
are
try to
shicey,
smash.
and, like, they will try to smash.
But it's the same thing with girls.
So, and then, clearly on the girls' side, too.
With girls. I had an incident. I've talked about the incidences of a time that a girlfriend of mine has tried to sleep with a guy or has slept with a guy that I've been with. And you know what it did? All it did was make me wary of girls like that. Exactly. Like, any girl who's too flirty around other people's men. Like, I know so many girls who are so inappropriate with other people's boyfriends. And I'm just like...
And it's like, we're besties. And I'm like...
Are you, though? Because you hate that bitch.
Oh,
like, you hate her.
Gosh.
Like, you literally hate her so much, you want to cause her this much harm. I expect this kind of behavior from men. Like, I expect
I low-key do.
I expect men to cheat. Like, I expect men to dog you out. Like, but when it's your friend, like somebody I've cried to, somebody I've, like, shared my happiest moments with, someone who is like, you're my friend.
Because it seems
like,
so calculated.
It's, like, it's, like, you did that shit on purpose, bro. Like,
premeditated.
That's premeditated murder, bro.
It's a crime.
That's capital murder, and they
need to be locked up.
100%. Because you are a menace to society. You have no empathy. You're a sociopath.
You're a sociopath. That's sociopath behavior that that girl did, crying 100%. In her arms,
100%.
Lying to her face, trying to pretend like you're my friend. Do you know what kind of trust issues that it's like it's a double whammy because it's your friend and your boyfriend. Like, what do you do?
You fucking
what
kill
do
them
you
both.
do?
Kill them both. I don't know.
Crimes of passion happen.
Don't kill
in
anyone.
Circumstances.
Please don't kill anyone. I was just kidding.
When Sheena found out, she was with the mistress when it happened. She found out beside the mistress and she pushed the mistress, and like Sheena's not a violent person
at all,
but it's like the disgust, the betrayal. The betrayal, like I was your friend, like, because then it's like the whole friend group is like, whoa, what the fuck? Like, even I've been manipulated. Like, people do not like to be fooled, okay?
They do not.
And if you're gonna play in my face like that, like, you need to be excommunicated. Like you said, you need to do the whole Game of Thrones, walk down the street.
No, they need to bring that shit back. Shame! Like, they need to
spit on you there's not enough shame in this society. We need to bring back shame. I swear to God.
We do.
Because people I also had this conversation with my sister. Back in the day, society, like, everyone did their little secret shit behind the scenes because they knew that it was shameful.
Yeah.
And that's why there was a time, and it's happening right now, like the list that just came out with Epstein, P. Diddy, like all these things, like time is running out. The darkness will see the light, and like you think that you got away with it, but like you didn't. Like, you will always pay the consequences. And like this girl was saying, I really didn't think of the consequences. Like, I was so wrapped up in the moment, and like she is younger than the cast. Because she was James Kennedy's younger girlfriend, and James Kennedy's already
He's
the
already
youngest
younger.
one of the, I think he's 31 at this point or 32. So she was probably in her 20s. And I get making mistakes, but there are some things that it's like, I'm sorry. There are levels to this shit.
Yeah, and you're
you've gone
wilding
to the
out.
utmost disrespect. And like, you actually should be put in a padded room for a little bit.
The thing is that, like, okay, everyone has had an issue.
Everyone has skeletons.
We all do, and everyone has had a moment in a relationship where they may have not been as faithful as they would have liked to be. But this shit is completely different because it's like, you're not only betraying your friend, you're betraying like that's a lot.
Choose one.
Like, you can't do that.
You either betray your friend or you betray your boyfriend. I actually know a girl that did some shit like this too.
Oh, that bitch is crazy.
No, but I also know, like, I have a guy friend, and like, he had this situation happen in his relationship where it was a best friend and the boyfriend, like, it was a trio situation. And yeah, and other stuff, other people too, because like,
Them motherfuckers be wild.
like, these people are roaming around like they're like aliens. You know when aliens like shapeshift to an actual human being's body? Like, that's what these people are.
No, and you know what though? Like, so I'm not gonna name any names, and I'm not gonna get specific because I don't want to get specific. I can't.
Because I literally know some of these diabolical people.
I had a friend who has done shady shit in the past, to the point that when I was seeing someone, they were getting a little too like, and I literally made it so that they never saw each other again. Like, I was like, I don't care if it was all in my head, but just that one glimpse, I was like, no.
Some women,
you'll never see this man
as
again.
A sport. Like, that's their self-worth. Like, can I get a guy that is in a relationship to leave to be with me?
That's crazy.
I do understand the point of view of wanting to be loved. Like, that's how sad some people are. Like, they want to be loved so bad that they don't care how they get it, which is really sad, because that's when you need to really look at like what your self-worth is. Like, why do you not feel that you deserve someone to be with you and only you? And also the fact that you're with someone else. Like, you already know Tom was feeding this girl like so many lies, because this girl's probably like, I want you to break up with your girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
I want you to break up with your girlfriend. I can't fucking stand her. I'm fucking hee-hee-hawing in front of her face, like pretending that we're besties, but like, I actually can't stand her. I want to take her skin off and put it on my face.
Like, literally. Okay, fucking
and Tom
Jeffrey
is just
Dahmer,
like, I love you so much. Like, just give me time. He was literally saying, give me time, because he wanted, technically, I guess he wanted to break up with Ariana. He was just like, we've been in a relationship for 9 years. And it actually makes me sad that like, we are pretty much in a society where like, it seems for the most part that relationships nowadays do have a deadline.
Yeah, everything has
and
an
like, it
expiration
seems
date.
like literally like tops like 15 years. Like, that's like the high end.
Yeah.
So, because there's always someone that's the second someone feeds your ego, it's like, all of a sudden you don't know left from right, you don't know wrong from right. It doesn't matter, as long as it's making you feel good. You couldn't care less of the damage. You're like, how did you think this was gonna turn out when everyone finds out on a reality TV show that you've been having sex with this girl who's like best friends with your significant other?
Like, it's just like, the entire concept is just so wild to me. Like, I just couldn't imagine sitting in someone's face while I'm sleeping with their man.
No, you can't
like,
sit in their face.
That's crazy. Like, you literally have screws loose. Like,
maybe she's an actress. Like, she needs to be an actress or something.
I don't know. That frontal lobe is fucked up.
It's
like,
actually like CTE.
Literally though, like, were you playing for the fucking 49ers? What the fuck happened to your brain? Like, you're out here giving craziness right now. Like, this is not okay. Like, what's happening?
To be so close, and like, she slept with him in their house, everything, like the disrespect, the low down
so
dirty.
Disrespectful. Like, I don't know, man.
Like, I would rather you spit on my face.
I would literally rather you spit at me. Like, I would rather you steal money from me than this. Like, at least steal $50 from my purse.
Like,
God damn.
the violation is
Yeah.
too much.
Yeah, man. Like, how do you ever trust anyone?
How do you recover from that?
How do you recover? How can you ever? I would be looking at every single one of my friends.
Now,
every friend, every man that ever talked. I would never want another man to touch me again.
Exactly. Like, now I think everyone's like literally like a demon.
And you know the worst thing is, I feel like this would also make me think, because of the fact, well, especially for this particular group of people, because they're all so close, I'd be like, so what, did you all know?
Exactly.
Were you guys all laughing at me behind my back? Like, so now I'm a clown to you motherfuckers. Like, I'm the court jester now. Like, I would be fucking, like, I would be looking over my shoulder forever.
Apart. Exactly.
I would not trust one single person ever again.
One single person.
Like,
some people are even shiesty, or some people, they will get with your fucking brother, your sister. Like, it's actually fucked.
Yeah, some people are fucked.
Some people are out for vengeance for no reason.
Literally. What's that song by Tink where she's like, these days people want to hurt you for nothing? Literally. These days you're just getting fucked and recycled.
Like, it's not even because, Ariana did something, so now I'm trying to get her back. Like, no.
Literally for no reason.
Ariana has been the nicest person to me, so I'm going to fuck her man. And fuck up her whole life.
Literally.
Can't wait till she finds out. Her life's gonna be turned upside down.
That's crazy, bro.
Oh, you thought your grandma passing away and your dog dying was a lot? Just wait. People literally take their lives for less.
Literally, though.
So people just don't care about. So people are so selfish.
People are selfish. I don't know, man. And like, obviously, like, we've all done things to hurt other people, but I feel like part of becoming an adult and part of growing is realizing that, like, I'm not trying to be the reason that another woman is crying. Like, I'm not trying to be the reason why somebody else is contemplating ending their life. I don't want to be the reason why someone is hurting. Like, how could you be okay with hurting someone, like, deliberately? Because at the end of the day, yes, sometimes things happen, but everything you did that and you knew what you were doing. Like, it's not like you were just like...
Every step of the way.
You knew what you were doing, and continuously, like, I can understand, you know what, like, maybe you kissed once and you're like, oh my God, like, let me remove myself from the whole situation. I can't believe blah, blah, blah. But you continuously went back for more, like, every time.
They had a physical and emotional, like, they were in a relationship.
You guys were in a side relationship.
They were in a side relationship.
That's crazy.
And it was probably feeding his ego so much. It's like, I have my girl at home, and then like, we're not having the best intimacy. So now I have this.
You're not having the best intimacy because you got another bitch on the side.
But it's his thing was like, and oh my God, during the reunion, he literally couldn't say anything because everyone would just pounce on him whenever he even talked. Like, he would literally breathe and be like, "Shut the fuck!" And I'm like, "Oh my God." It was awesome. It was the best reunion I've ever seen in my entire life of reality TV.
So funny. Better than the one when what's her face? Is it Phaedra when she fucking read
Kendra for filth? Honestly, pretty much.
That one.
Pretty much.
That one was that was iconic.
It was iconic. There's so many iconic TV moments though. Love it. But he was saying how, and he did express this in the season that we're watching, but it's like, I can't believe anything you say because you might be covering your ass because of the actions that you're doing. Like, I literally can't, you're not a genuine person to me. Because in the season, he's saying like, yeah, like, I feel like we're having intimacy issues. But are you saying because you know that you're cheating right now and you know the cameras are on you, so you can use that in the reunion being like, I did that because we were having intimacy issues?
But were you actually, though?
And, you know, when you're in a relationship for 9 years, I can imagine, yes, there are some intimacy issues. Like, you're not having sex as much as you were. Because in the beginning of their relationship, there was like a bit of an overlap with his last relationship. And like,
with Kristen?
Yeah. Remember?
No, there isn't. They're broken up.
No, but remember when Kristen was all pissed off because she was like coming at Ariana being like, I know you guys did something together. And they did make out.
They kissed.
They did make out. That's right. So like, there is a little bit of overlap. And even Ariana's like, yeah, technically you kind of lose them the way you got them. Like, it'd be like that. Sometimes you think you're special, but it's like these people don't change. They do the same shit. He just got a younger girl. Ariana was a younger girl. She was the new girl, whatever, and now...
She wasn't new. She was
in another restaurant.
She worked at, what is it, Villa Blanca? Yeah.
And then now it's like, now he's got a new toy who's feeding his ego. Like, obviously, Ariana, you know, sometimes she could be like, you know, when you've been in a relationship for a while, like, you're not, like, all over your man the way you used to, but a new girl will be all over your man. So it's like that. It's just
funny because Tom had so much to say about like Jax and like when Jax was doing all this bullshit, just like all this judging other people. Meanwhile, this is what you do. You did the absolute worst. Like, what's wrong with you?
He basically pretty much did almost what Jax did to him.
Yeah,
like. And he
do that shit to Jax. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, literally. Like, but Brittany would never. So.
Oh no, Brittany's like Brittany
and
loves.
Shout out to the men and women that are disciplined and turn down any don't entertain anyone else but their significant other, because like that's what makes you a quality partner, okay? Not a wandering eye. Like, you just gotta be confident in the person that you're with. Like, be with people because you actually want to be with them, okay?
Right? Like, and also like even for the other, like the mistresses or the misters in these situations, like, have respect for yourself. For yourself. Like,
yeah.
I want, like, if I'm dating someone or if I'm seeing someone, I want that man to be obsessed with me. I don't want this man to be wandering eye. I don't want this man's head to even fucking turn.
Well, there was a podcast clip of Selena Powell on I don't know if it's her podcast.
I don't listen to anything.
She was on a podcast and they were saying side chick or main chick, and they all said side chick. And it's like, okay, yeah, he's telling you the truth about this, but you don't think that he's lying on you to his significant other, because he's obviously telling his significant other, like, I only love you, I want to be with you, blah, 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 blah. And like, you're getting crumbs from this man. Like, you know that I feel like it's because you're so hurt or something's wrong with yourself that you actually have made yourself think that you're getting everything.
But also deserve. These girls, like a lot of these girls, like Selena Powell is a notorious side chick. So for Selena
that's
Powell,
why she feels comfortable.
People like Selena Powell, they don't want to date because they know that people cheat. They're like, oh, everybody cheats. So like, I don't want to be cheated on. So I'd rather be the person that he cheats with, because then it's like, you feel like you're better than that person because it's not you that, like, I know about that girl, so I don't care. Exactly. But it's like, why would you even want someone to use you like that? Like,
because you know how hurt you were when you were the main girl and someone cheated on you.
Yeah, no facts. But at the end of the day, I just can't understand how you could be okay with being somebody's second option. Like, I don't want to be somebody's back. Like, oh, my girlfriend didn't want to fuck. Let me text my side girl, see what she's doing. Or like February 15th, February 14th, y'all side chick bitches about to be crying because everybody knows February 15th with the discount candies, the side chick fucking holiday.
That is
while all these main girls are being taken out and shown off and all this stuff, like, you want the same thing that these girls have. You're just too afraid to find it for yourself. So you're trying to take little crumbs from other people. The crumbs that I bit into my fucking bread, you're picking up my crumbs, trying to eat that, trying to make a meal out of crumbs. Yep. It's embarrassing. You should be embarrassed and you should have more self-respect. Like, really I get it. Like, I know a lot of people are like, oh, like, he bought me this, he bought me that. Your worth shouldn't be tied to materialistic things or money. Like, and if that's how
hurting other people,
and if that's how you can like find self-esteem and that's what builds you up, you need to do some self-work. Like, you need to look inside and be like, why don't I love myself? Like, why don't I think I'm worthy of more than this? Like, you really need to look within and have that talk. Seek therapy, do all that shit, do the inner work, because until you love yourself, until you have self-respect, until you all those like fucking ducks are in a row, you're always going to get crumbs from men. You're never going to find a relationship that's with substance because you don't know what substance is. You don't have any. Like, you have nothing. Like, you're a shallow, hollow human being.
And there's always been side chicks, but I feel like there's like a heavier wave of side chicks, like, because they're proud.
I feel like now it's more, like,
exactly.
It's
before there's it was no like shame being a harlot is like the worst thing. That's like, you're as a woman, your reputation, if you were called a whore, like, you're X'd out, it's done.
It's over.
But like, now being called a whore is like a badge of honor. So like it's actually a field day
start wearing
everyone.
A scarlet A on their fucking shirts.
It's actually so sad because there's a whole generation of like, men are easily. It's easier for men to want to cheat because there's a bunch of women that allow them to cheat. I do feel like the power is on the woman because everyone knows that the access to sex is on the woman. So if you're cheap and you don't care you don't value yourself, then you're gonna allow like a bunch of disrespect to happen, and like a lot of men are gonna be cheating in their relationships. It is what it
100%.
is. So like I get that you get like the top 1% of guys, but like you're not really with them. You're just with, like you said, the crumbs. Like you're just the crumbs. And I know you're hurt because for someone to be so proudly on social media, on the internet, saying like, I want to be the side hoe, like, yeah, like I know the truth, I know he's cheating on you, I slept on your bed last night, blah 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 blah, like how does that make you feel better? Like how does that feel? Like there's a hole somewhere and you're trying to fill that void with all these unfaithful dicks, and like I'm sorry, there's no big enough penis, because I just saw a new like thing saying like the average size of a penis is like 5 inches or some shit like that. Like I'm sorry, there's not enough 5-inch penises that are gonna fill up that big ass hole that you got going on.
Bro, go hug your dads, okay?
And don't
all of you hug your dads, talk to your dad, fix that bond, that mommy issue, that daddy issue that you got. Like fix that shit, because
it's not a good look.
Not a good look.
It does not age well, too. And that's how I know that you're childish, because when you're mature, you start to really notice how shit that you did when you were 17 years old, that you literally didn't know that the next day existed, catches up to you when you're 25, 30 years old. And then now you have retrospect and you're like, oh, okay, like hindsight, I shouldn't do that. So the next 10 years, I'm gonna be positive so that when I'm 40 years old, I know that I did my best. Like, bitches really don't like working on themselves. They really don't.
I can't imagine being in my 30s and being out here being a side chick. Anyways, with that, I'm gonna wrap it up because I could go on forever.
I really could go on forever.
Follow us on TikTok and Instagram and YouTube. Subscribe to our YouTube and listen to us on Apple Podcast and Spotify. And have a blessed day. Happy New Year. Okay, bye.